Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. Last time we killed off Jarvia, the leader of the cartel that Haramont sent us to get. Balin's hired cartel, mind you. So we do have to go back and report that. But we're also going to do some other... we're going to do... What else are we going to do today? We're going to do some other things today. Oh, we're going to finish our Sten sword side quest. Because I will actually end up running into the guy. But first we can go back and report. Because I'm like, well, we're going to go up to the Diamond Quarter. We may as well... check like the Royal Palace and places up here for anything that could be, because I'm still looking for the guy who's supposed to be, remember, quote, in Orzammar.
Can you believe it? Ogren's barely even warrior caste anymore, and he just clomps in here like he's entitled.
What do you mean, barely even warrior caste? You're either warrior caste or you're not.
It's been 2 years since Bronca left.
That statement doesn't even make sense.
No one has ever stayed in the deep roads that long and survived. The search teams who went out found nothing, but Ogren wants to keep risking lives searching.
Okay.
Chasing some old treasure. She was quite secretive. Outright rude, really. She said she never asked to found a house, that she didn't care about politics, and that we were too self-absorbed to defeat the Darkspawn. She actually threatened anyone who said they'd come after her.
Yeah, great.
She invented a smokeless
She sounds like a pleasant
person
person to be chasing.
Increased their output by nearly a third.
Yeah, I know. I've heard
Deaths
this
from
story
the Black
before.
Lung also dropped. The Assembly said she had the favor of the ancestors and declared her a paragon. They moved Bronca, Ogren, and all their relatives to the noble caste and founded a new house in her name.
So, Bronca is married to Ogren.
Before she was a paragon, she was just a smith. And Ogren
well, that explains why Ogren wants to find her. And why he's so, like, emotional about it.
If you see any guardsmen, tell them Ogren was at it again.
Okay. Well, some useful information, though not quite what we're looking for.
You have come at a difficult time.
Yeah, we know, it's a difficult time. We're trying to resolve your difficult times so we can get help for the army. Now, I'm sure like Duncan or Grey Wardens in general, because they're usually like supposed to be neutral third parties to like any other matters like this. However, we need armies for to fight Darkspawn in a Blight. We can't get that from Orzammar until their king issue is fixed, so we may as well help them along with that. Probably going against some Grey Warden code, but
His lordship appreciates
I don't care. This game apparently does not care, because, you know, we're doing it.
I heard the news. Jarvia and Akata are dead. I suppose it was unrealistic to expect them to surrender.
Yep, I know you can't speak to the Assembly. We need to make you king.
And did Orzammar and me a great service. I have no desire to go back on my word. But when Balin heard the news about Jarvia, he raised the stakes. He is forcing a vote in the next 2 days. By law, that prevents the Assembly from hearing any other pleas. To help with your troops, I will require your assistance one last time. Do you know anything of the Paragon Bronca?
I've heard a lot about her. I've heard the name and some of the Paragon.
Fuel that made underground forges safer than they've ever been. 2 years ago, she took her entire house into the deep roads on a mad quest to uncover ancient secrets. No one's heard from her since. Were she to return and endorse someone for the throne, the Assembly would be honor-bound to accept her wishes. It's hard to say what she would do. She wasn't exactly known for her predictability. She never seemed to like being a paragon. She was devoted to her craft, never cared for politics. But one of the most brilliant minds Orzammar has seen. Branka hated Darkspawn with a passion. She would certainly be a valuable voice to support your treaty.
Alrighty.
Her entire house went with her. It would take a lot to kill so many. If not, bringing proof of her death, or a body to return to the stone, would still show that as an ancestor, it was my hand she guided to her remains.
Okay, so
My men
that's
traced Branka's disappearance to an
what we're
ancient
doing.
crossroads known as Caradin's Cross. It is many miles below where we normally venture, but I can provide a map to lead you there. Just enter the deep roads through the mines.
Oh, that's
Thank you
convenient.
again. And may the ancestors guide your steps.
Okay, so next we have to go to the deep roads and search for Branka. We can also search for that other woman's lost son of 5 years. And because we turned in that quest, we get a level up for Zagana. I don't even know what I want over here. I guess I'll head for the master trap making just to detect traps from further away. That could be useful also given the battle we just had with Jarvia. And exploit weakness. This will give our backstabs a boost in damage based on our cunning stat, which we conveniently just keep pumping our stat points into. And then we'll get those other two assassin passive abilities on the next couple level ups.
You must be under great strain with the blight.
Oh yeah, great strength. We can also, hey, we can unlock this silk carpet.
Done, naturally.
Yeah, that's what we want. What can we even do with silk carpet? We can sell it. Can we just, like, wrap up Darkspawn in it or something? Anyways. Also, what we're going to find... Now that Jarvia is gone, it has unlocked... kind of like how the city of Redcliffe, like merchants and shops and Blackstone Raiders, that were all unlocked after we survived the night.
The public has a right to know.
Okay, the public has a right to not want to hear you just screaming either. So now we're actually going to be able to go into the other section of the Royal Palace where we can get that assassin, where we have to do the assassin quest for the Antivan Crows. So we're going to do that. I know I'm kind of spoiling things, but I'm kind of excited about it. See how the guard's not there, and we can actually... See, it's not locked? We can go in here. Yeah, it was like a 20-second spoiler. So yeah, let's explore this side of the palace.
We are glad.
Oh, there's Vartag.
Stay out of our affairs, Surfacer.
With the way you're doing things, my answer to that is no. Just simply no. Alright, so do we have... Is there something over here? Don't tell me there's this huge big old bedroom. I mean, there's a treasure, but it's not sparkling, so you can't interact with it. There's nothing here? And these people don't do any of that. What a ripoff. I expect to find something in every corner of this world. And you give me an entire giant royal bedroom, and there's not even we couldn't even get like codex. We couldn't get treasure. We couldn't get. All we had was one codex entry here. Really? I mean, there's treasures on the floor. Why not, let us interact with them? They're not sparkling. I see the chess game here. So I guess they play chess in Orzammar too. Or it's just a background prop that we've been seeing the entire game. Still. Okay, yeah, we're going to go this way because this is the way to not reach our Antivan Crow destination, just in case everything kind of goes haywire. Speaking of things going haywire...
Please be quiet. My patient needs a rest. Fools and their politics. The poison was probably imported as a king killer, and she got dosed by mistake. I've never seen anything this potent.
Can I help? This is what I do.
Well, then I don't know. Maybe you've seen something like this on the surface. Maybe you've used something like it. If you can chase these things down, I'll thank you. But I won't get my hopes up. The stone will take her soon.
Okay, new quest. Okay, she's in pain because, well, she was poisoned. So let's see what we need to fix this poison. I mean, we've done kind of a lot of adventuring at this point in the game. We've completed 3 of the main quests. Circle Tower, Red Cliff, Urn. I'm going to count the urn as a separate, even though it's kind of tied to the whole Red Cliff thing. I'm still counting it. Okay, we get it. You don't like being poisoned. So what I'm trying to do here, and what I'm going to be trying to do for several minutes, is finding where I can use the herbalism. Someone on my team has herbalism to make, antidotes and stuff. Because I need to get into the menu thing to see the recipe, because we have the recipe to make the thing. That's what the guy gave us. And for some reason, it's just not showing up here. By the way, I will end up going into the menu system and seeing that Morgan is the one that has herbalism. I don't know why I can't get it to show up on the wheel menu. That really annoys me, because we had it on the wheel menu before. Yes, Morgan and Wynn both have herbalism.
Oh?
So Morgan has it, right? Okay, it's not under advanced. It's not under spells because it's not really a spell. But just to check. Okay, and then there's talents and sustainability. None of those are herbalism. Potions and traps. Oh, maybe it's under potions you have to go under? Like the one place I didn't go under? Why wouldn't it be under, here? Yeah, it's probably under potions. Which is like the third dumbest place you could put it. So anyways, what I do is I go about it this way. We're just going to assign herbalism to, I guess, the middle one. Isn't that like a hex thing we don't use anyways? Alright, yeah. After minutes of deliberation, we're able to get in here. Okay, so I need concentrator agent. I need 2 of those. Couldn't I buy that somewhere in Denerim? Like that mage shop? Didn't that have it? I don't know what had it. But we can actually buy it from somewhere. And we do. And then we'll be disappointed for another reason. Did you catch what the reason will be? Well, more on that later. Right now we have a treasure here. 4 damage versus undead. Well, that'll be useful if this person dies to the poison. Alright, but what we're going to do... Get out of my way, Morgan. I'm going to go... Oh, no, wait. We still have the assassination here.
Time for more practice.
Yeah, let's take care of this first. Where's the rest of my team to take... Alistair, take some damage. I don't like having, like, 5 guys surround me like that, and the rest of my party is, like, nowhere. Oh, they're healing me, at least. I like Morgan's phrase. You will learn to fear me. Oh, hey, there's... Oh, there's the ambassador we have to kill. We'll stun you. We'll rip your toes off. Hey, I ripped your toes off. Stop running away from me. Assassination. Successful. I don't know what you're defending anymore. Hey, another level up. This time it was more again. Well, we're going to collect treasure and... a junkie shield. A sapphire. Okay. Anyone else want to give me stuff? No? Well, that's sad. Okay, level up for more again. And I'm just going to stick with the 1 willpower, 2 magic. I mean, that seems to be working well. We'll get her more combat tactic slots. Because I could use those, especially if I'm going to be adding more spells to her. Mass paralysis. We're going to put this on her. Mass paralysis is actually kind of nasty. And I'm going to put... Since we have more tactic slots now, too, we're also going to put... I'm going to put, like, regular paralysis options on her. I might do that off camera. I probably do that off camera. It might even be off camera, like, after this or something. Anyways, I was on my way out of the Frostback Mountains because I was going to go turn in the Antivan Crow quest. And look who we found.
Care to see the finest selection of previously owned
Yeah, he was in the
armor and
Frostback
weaponry
Mountains,
and
just
invaders?
outside of Orzammar. Now, normally I wouldn't nitpick about this too much, but
what have you
any
heard?
other time that
Just so
someone
you
has
know,
been
some of my
located in
competitors have been
Frostback
trying to
Mountains for a
besmirch my
side quest,
sterling reputation.
they would say Frostback Mountains. The game would tell us, you know, go to the Frostback Mountains to find this person, not go to Orzammar.
Canary? I'm afraid I don't know the word.
So this is the guy that took from...
Oh, them. Well,
Yeah, the
I have a few
giants.
shields here. I had one sword, but I sold it already.
Okay, well, who'd you sell it to?
A collector. I can't go telling you all about my paying customers. 1, it's not ethical. And 2, it's bad for business. A lot of my customers are sensitive types. They don't want their personal business related to every stranger who happens along.
Well, the sword's owner is still alive. I'm not going to offer
If
him
I'd known
money,
he was
so...
still breathing, I would have used a knife. I mean, I'd have been more careful.
Okay, so where's the
Redcliffe.
sword?
The guy who bought it lives in Redcliffe. He's a collector. A dwarf named Dwin, I think.
Oh,
I don't
know
want
him.
any trouble. If you see that giant, tell him I don't have it, would you? I don't, I swear.
Keep it quiet for 3... This is a really shady guy. Let's see if we can get some money out of him.
3? I call it highway robbery, but I'd be smearing the good name of highwaymen everywhere.
Like
Fine.
you.
Here's your blood money. Take it and go.
Yeah, he's always been a really
I've
shady
told you
dealer.
what I know. If you'll excuse me. Oh,
But he'll sell to anyone, apparently. Now, see, he said he only had 1 Kunari sword. But yet, right here, you can see, it says, Kunari sword. Told you, really shady guy. And that's not, before you ask, that is not Sten's sword. We do have to go to Redcliffe. It'll have a fancy name to it. There's the Knight Commander's plate that is still very tempting. I want to compare that with the Armor of Diligence we got for Alistair. And it's defensive-wise better. But I still don't want to throw 27 gold at that particular armor piece. Because at this point in the game, I kind of want to be saving up money to go for like the best armor in like some of the best high-end equipment pieces that I can get. No more intermediate steps. I think we should be fine until we get the big stuff. Even if we can't get all the big stuff, I think we should still be fine. I also, cut the recording and so you didn't have to see me walk all the way to where it says world map. But you do have to watch me walk across it. I am still like very cautious about clicking anything on the world map and not recording, just because I don't want to end up in some sort of random battle and you guys don't get to see that. Okay, so now we need to find his house. I also want to go back to the general store, see if we can get that treasure. Yeah, that's not the way. I'm really glad we finished Redcliffe before chasing after Sten's sword. Because this was the guy, this Dwin was the guy that we had help us fight in the overnight battle. Do these two have anything for us? No? Okay. Just thought I'd check. Now I have to make my way through the confusing maze part of town, which I don't do well with. You know I don't do well with. Now, when Sten was saying, he was at Lake Galahad, I was thinking that, okay, maybe the sword could have washed up here, because this is also Lake Galahad here.
Good to see you again.
And there's still nothing at the Mages Collective. Okay. Hey, we got into it this time.
And done.
And that wasn't really a worthwhile thing, was it? Yep. That's your Dragon Age high-level treasure chest for you. Sometimes they have really good stuff in them, but a lot of times even the higher level stuff, as far as unlocking goes, the experience we got was worth more than, what was actually inside. Alright, and here's his house. And there's thugs here.
Phew, some
I don't
fight.
tell me this is going to turn into a battle.
Reminds me why I left Orzammar in the first place. Constant
Why did
fighting.
you leave?
A warrior's life there is blood, ash, and dust. Though I'm not sure who's dirtier. These creatures are darkspawn.
Oh, so he must have been like part of the warrior caste. Okay, yeah, let's butter him up.
Hey, anything for Redcliffe, right? Whatever. First thing I'm gonna do is get some sleep. For about a week. Go celebrate or whatever it is you're gonna do. You won, right? You're a hero. Or something.
Yeah.
Go
okay.
celebrate or whatever you have to do.
I want to talk to you about a sword.
Now, why would you be interested in that? And how much is it worth to you exactly?
What's your
Six
price?
sovereigns.
6 sovereigns. I mean, I could do the intimidate thing. Let's
Good
do
enough.
persuasion.
It's in my strongbox. Here's the key.
I don't
Now,
want to just like
why
threaten
don't you
people's
leave
life
me
over
alone?
this. If there's other means they're willing to negotiate. But we were able to persuade him down to 2 sovereigns. So actually we still made a net... oh, this is what's in the treasure. And there's Sten sword. It specifically said Sten
Over
sword.
with.
And there was money in there too. So anyways, we got 3 from, intimidating that shady dealer back at the Frostback Mountains. And then we spent 2 to buy the sword, or buy the key to buy the sword and get more money in there too. But whatever, we got the sword. We can go give it back to Sten. It's actually considered a gift. Well, at the moment, it's considered a gift. It's actually kind of weird. So what ends up happening is, well, you'll see. You'll see me like pause for a moment in the inventory at some point. I think I do that on camera. It might be off camera. But I'm like going through and organizing the inventory and moving all the stuff we're not going to use to junk to sell. And then I noticed like Sten's sword has like an actual name, and it actually says it has a restriction to Sten. And I'm like, I should probably not sell that. But you actually don't get the actual name of the sword in the inventory until it's right now in our gift inventory. It's not in our equipment inventory. I made that explanation way more confusing than it needed to be, but hey, I needed to ramble about something while we're running through Red Cliff, right? So we're going to give Sten his sword back. You give it back to him as a gift. That'll trigger the cutscene that we're going to trigger. Past gameplay, me, catch up. Loading screen, catch up. Catch up to my commentary. But anyways, yeah, that's what we're going to do. And you remember when Sten was really happy that we said we'd help him find his sword? Well, he's going to be even happier now that we're giving him his sword as a gift. So hooray. Oh, one other thing I did look up like some of the personal quests online. There is only like one personal quest for each of them. So we've already done Alistair's. We're underway with Morrigan's. We still have to go back and kill Flemeth.
Strange.
And we have this.
I had almost forgotten it. Completion. Are you sure you are a Grey Warden? I think you must be an Ashkari to find a single lost blade in a country at war.
Ashkari must be some high title.
I will return to the Arishok with my report. But it would be a much more thorough and satisfying answer to his question if the Blight were ended first. Don't you agree?
Probably. Well, yeah, he's staying.
Then lead the way.
We're not going to make him repeat himself. Yeah, plus 13 happiness. All right. And Sten has level ups. Dog has everybody has level ups. We're not going to do their level ups. Partly because I don't care right now. And partly because we're not using them anyways. And I'll worry about leveling up like Shale or someone. It'll probably either be Shale or Liliana I use. More likely Shale for the Flemeth battle. Or I could use Sten. He'll have that Kunari sword. Well, then I'd have to get him equipment. I could give him that Templar armor. I don't know. We're not gonna. We're gonna go back to. Where are we going? Denerim. Of course, we're always going to Denerim. We have to turn in our side quest with the Antivan Crows. I figured I may as well do that because I'm, here. And we've already backed out of Orzammar for, like, what, a second time now?
Are you daft? Don't think so.
Alright, those require a key. Here we go. Hey, we can unlock this.
Done.
And get a little bit of money for doing so. I just robbed them in broad daylight. Because nobody saw that, right? Okay, so we gotta go into the bar here. And let's go to the treasure. We have a crossbow. That might be better than what Liliana... It probably is better than what Liliana currently has. But again, we're not using her.
You've been busy traveling all over, and such tragic news you keep bringing. I was wondering if you'd check up on one more person. I'm sure you'll find this scroll quite interesting.
Okay, this scroll. We are dealing with housemen. And apparently they've kidnapped some kid, holding him for ransom, and we're just supposed to go and assassinate these people. And we're meeting up with some other assassins. This is like a joint effort this time. And it's in Denerim. Which means we can go take care of that. Actually, what it does is it will unlock a spot on the Denerim map to go to handle this specific request. But since we're already over time, we're not going to have time to accomplish that. But what we are going to have time to do, even though I just said we're still over time, we're going to have time to go to the Wonders of Thetis shop. That's Genitivi's house, which is still marked by a quest marker because we've screwed up the continuity of that quest. But we can check here for that,
Welcome to
what was it, containment agent, contamination agent, continuity agent, the whatever thing we need for the antidote for that side quest in Orzammar, which apparently is not sold here. That's annoying. Well, I can sell the junk. That's really annoying. And I need to sell more stuff. So yeah, we're gonna sell it. We're gonna sell it here. Silver chalice, silk carpets. These are just things to sell. Fancy vase. I'm gonna keep the private documents and the blank vellum, because that sounds like, and the drake scales and the wolf pelts. And the bedroom key, I guess. Alright, well with that, I'll see you guys next time.